We didn't start expecting the list of all of the projects. We just had the themes and we allowed the projects to emerge. And it was always a bit of a joy when reading those feasibility study proposals. At the absolute heart of digital manufacturing as a community and connected everything has been the support for early career researchers. We need to co-locate researchers with where the most advanced technology is. But sometimes those hubs can be quite difficult to break into if you're an early career member of staff, and they often are not necessarily very diverse in terms of their membership and their leadership. So there was a deliberate mission for Connected Everything to bring a new generation through into digital manufacturing. One of the things that's been fantastic is how successful that has been. The nurturing that is provided by a network, as opposed to just giving the money and then running, is something that we've had lots of feedback about how valuable that has been, and I think is a really important thing to bring forward. And of course, at the heart of all of this is an approach around equality, diversity and inclusion.
My name is Fiona Charnley. I'm a Professor of Circular Innovation at the University of Exeter and have been a co-investigator on the Connected Everything network for the last 3 years. And also previous to that, I was lucky enough to receive funding for a feasibility study in the first round of the Connected Everything feasibility studies, which has really been instrumental in my career, and I now lead the UKRI Circular Economy Hub amongst other projects. There were a total of 27 recommendations made in the report, and we clustered those into 5 kind of key thematic areas.
What do we need to do to add stiffness tuning capabilities to programmable matter, and this could be useful in the manufacturing world. At the moment, mostly for rapid prototyping, so instead of 3D printing your object, you just have these amorphous robots that then can reconfigure, show what your object will look like, what it will act like, and then reconfigure again once you need to change something.
So I think I'm the youngest one in the department, so I just been started last year, and feasibility study is my first study that I get funded. So my area of expertise is advanced combustion, so we are using a very unique combustion technology that captures CO2 while we are producing energy. So that process is technically enable us to capture all the CO2 and eliminate all the impacts of negative effects of the energy production to the environment.
Firstly, obviously, it enabled me to be a PI as a postdoc, which is actually a very unique opportunity that doesn't exist. And so it enables my career development to transition into the next phase a lot easier than without this. So I'm very grateful about that aspect of being able to lead the project and lead other postdocs through this job.
Our priorities are split between discovery-led research. We have 3 priorities under there, being physical and mathematical sciences powerhouse, frontiers in engineering and technology, and digital futures. And then we also have our mission-inspired research, being engineering net zero, AI, digitalisation and data, transforming health and healthcare and quantum technologies. And then we have our underpinning one, which is about delivering an effective ecosystem for engineering and physical sciences. So this is about making the environment that we work within the strongest. Our vision is for a sustainable, resilient, thriving and productive UK-wide manufacturing sector and a truly circular economy. The way we want to do this is by working in partnership with different stakeholders across and beyond UKRI. We are aiming to support high-impact research, and we really want to see co-creation with users. If you have a question at a later time, you can send any questions to that email address and it will be directed appropriately.
The biggest message is not to be intimidated or scared about any of those opportunities.
I've been working with another team, and they've developed some really brilliant cards to think about things like research integrity and responsible research innovation. Wouldn't it be brilliant if we could have a suite of cards that help people think about EDI? So in October to May, we secured some funding to actually buy out a little bit of Peter's time to really make sure that we could focus on this, because we realised this isn't something you could do on the side of the desk. It really needed some decent investment.
An opportunity really to hand over to you to all see and explore with each other opportunities, potential, particularly around networking.
Digital twin, Industry 4.0, some of the areas that I work on.
Yeah, for anyone who wasn't here earlier, I'm Fiona Charnley.
I've specialised in circular economy, but I've also led quite a few projects looking at the interface between digital manufacturing and circular economy. So that's an area that I'm interested in.
Key thing is it's universal, so it's the user experience is really important, and the model really is that if you think of this as a car, we're running airlines. Whether you have Alzheimer's, you can take an aeroplane because there's a stewardess there. One of the key problems is training staff.
And so the ones I remember that certainly are new are, if I remember up here, the regulation and standards, resilient manufacturing and that resilience. So the industrial Internet of Things, cyber-physical production and future industrial worker.
Although the manufacturing exists right now, it's not ready for some of the solutions that we're proposing, in a way. You can't control down to a certain resolution, for example.
Yeah.
But you could. They could build the machine, they've just never had the need to.
For example, like some things are, I want to say, basically impossible to do a digital twin of, because if you want to replicate the entire system one-to-one, you have to, I don't know, model even the quantum interaction. That's not possible, but then...
So we can't really just identify all my areas on the digital manufacturing.
There's a lot more hybrid events with online events. With online events, it's really hard to have those discussions and have a coffee and things like that. Maybe you travel together, maybe you stay over and go for dinner or whatever. And I feel like some early career researchers going into that first academic position, it's quite hard for them to develop their own independent network, and that's what they need to do, develop a network that's separate to the PhD supervisor and the investigator when they were researching. So if you can think about what could be done differently. We tried it, we've done events using GatherTown, we've had companies have online conferences with networking bits, and I don't think they've ever quite worked as well as we would have hoped. They weren't bad. Anything you can think to help people build their network, meet new people, meet industry, just want to get some good ideas.